to the show. It is Tuesday. I know we all made it through Monday. Thank the Lord. We are here drinking coffee and ready to nerd out, my friends. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Fish Lee. I hope you guys are both doing well. And let me give you some updates about some of the things that have been going on this past week because idle hands are the devil's playthings. I know you know, both of you, all of you. So let me show you some of the cool stuff that's been coming in. Didn't make it through my, what? You didn't make it through Monday. Yes, you did. In fact, Nem, I heard you were back online. Nem in the AM and I missed it. What's wrong with me? What was I doing? I have no excuse. I needed to be there. So I'm glad that you're back, my friend. I'm glad that you're doing better. I hope to be on your show sometime to hang out because Nem in the AM is where it's at. So the scratch and sniff stickers, the flapjacks came in. I've been smelling them all week too. And they smell good. They're patchouli scented. You know me, I'm digging back into my childhood and I used to collect scratch and sniff stickers. So y'all get to come with me. But they're just cute little undead animals. Like, this is no business being this cute. It doesn't. But it is. I don't know. Got all those cutie patooties ready to go. So those are for all the returning backers that showed up and supported our second trade. Speaking of, this campaign wrapped up a couple weeks ago, and I ordered the books yesterday, and I got some proofs back. So these are on their way to being printed. I should have them by the end of this month. Maybe, you never know. You know what I mean? Like, they ship them and it takes 2 weeks to get to you. So I'm hoping they'll be on time. So that way, again, our fulfillment is in September. Things are moving smoothly. So this is still looking very good. I'm very excited to have both books. There's the flapjack. Anywho, I love these mini books. You know, we're talking about these mini books. And here's the next one. So, of course, this is volume 2. I have, I have some for you for your very own anxiety bookshelf. I think I will make those available next campaign. A limited amount because, again, when all the stuff is handmade, there's only so much time in the day to be able to make all these cool things. But I will make the anxiety bookshelves available so you can get your very own indie anxiety bookshelf with Path of the Pale Rider books. So exciting. Good morning, Dylan. I'm showing off the goods this morning. What else is coming? I don't know if you guys saw, but I had these cute little shot glasses on the campaign with real gold in the bottom. 24 karat gold is what that says, but isn't that cool? It's like a little snow globe of gold flakes in the bottom of these. So I got a box of these in. These will be going out to backers. They're super cool. So those are in. What else did I get? Oh, this is what's been actually taking up a lot of my time. You guys know I love to rebind books, right? I have a couple more actually that are still gluing. But these are the custom mini books. And if in case you didn't see these are full-on trade paperbacks. So they have custom paper. These are literally, I printed these, cut these, sewed them together. They're all glued inside. And the backers got to pick like their book cloth and the color of the skull, the color of the edges, and then the binding on the inside. So you can kind of see what these look like when they're done. They're super cool. So I had 10 spots available for these. Aren't they cool? Should put a QR code on the back of the mini book that pulls up the book. Well, these all come with they come with the full size. Oh, you're talking about the mini books. These? Yes. We were talking about that, actually. I was talking about that with Chad from Rolling Squid Bones. Some of the books in the anxiety bookshelf do have that. So they have little QR codes so you can actually read the PDF from scanning the tiny little QR code. So great minds think alike, Michael. I like it. I like how you're thinking. This one, got a red one. These turned out so nice. Good morning, Ian. How are you? Yeah, check them out, man. Like, One of my favorites is Katie Shaw's book, because Katie, I don't know if you're familiar with Katie Shaw, but she writes The Dragon Child. And hers is, I don't know, it's bad lighting. It's purple. See it? Purple with a green skull. And then with the bright green. This turned out so nice on her last one. We decided to do it again. So, and then I have a couple of mine. So I got a couple more that are gluing. But these turned out super nice. So they'll look like this. Like here's the first one. Here's the second one. I changed the little motto on the back to kind of go along with the book. So really cool. So backers will be getting those. I just ordered all the stuff for t-shirts and hoodies. And I should be getting some more stuff today. I got to make the coffee candy. I ordered some more stickers, the shiny ones for the stretch goal. And then, what was the last thing? The bookmarks. I'll be making those bookmarks too. So everything's moving along. I love it. So I just want to remind people, issue number 9 is in pre-launch. We're going to be doing, let's see, probably campaign. I'm anticipating October. I'm not exactly sure from what date to what date yet. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. But this campaign is coming. Like I've been working on it. It's almost ready. I got a couple more variant covers in the works. William Russell, he's working on his. He's poor William. I'm sure he just moved and then he has commissions, I'm sure, lined up. So he's working on mine. And then I have another one from a returning artist, Angelo Aquino, who is a high school art teacher and very, very talented, and also helped me out when I needed that assistance doing those card boxes. And so he's super talented. I'm looking forward to what he's going to come up with. But and just in case you're not familiar, we have a new artist that's starting on path with issue number 9, Fernando Cordero. He's wonderful. And here's some of his art. He blew me away with this cover. I mean, that hand is fabulous. You guys, you artist guys, you all talk about hands. Hands are hard. This hand looks great. So he took the idea that I had and really kind of went with it. Here's some look at the interiors. So Matt Chambers is still coloring. He's slightly switched up his style, so you're going to get a new look of what Path is. But I thought this was the perfect time since we're starting like that. The last act. You know what I'm talking about. We're wrapping up the arc. So the last part of the first 12, so it's 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's a good time to kind of switch out style and give it a new look. So myself and Rachel Bullock are the same. Matt Chambers is here as well. So we're just going to keep moving forward. You're going to get lots of answers. There's lots of stuff coming this issue. So I really hope you hit that. Follow me. We have 47 followers at the moment. Let me drop this link in there in case you're not following, because that's how you get these little books. These ones, this is when we get to 100 pre-launch signups. And people are like, why does that matter? If I go back the campaign, why does it matter? And the reason why it matters is because the more pre-launch followers you have, Kickstarter will actually push you forward in their algorithm. So that's kind of the reason why we do it, is to make sure that we get people following, and that Kickstarter will kind of bump us to the front by having all those followers. So we had Gerald on the show not too long ago, Gerald Von Stoddard. This is his beautiful cover. And in case I didn't show you what we were going to do with those, I'm going to go through and, how do I do this? So there's gold ink added. So these are all going to be printed. This is just a piece of paper, but the issue will be printed on sketch paper. And then I'm going to go back and add gold embellishment on all the covers. And they're all going to be slightly different. This is not my idea. This was Jesse Sosa, who is a genius. You guys know Jesse. He's been on the show. So they're all going to be a little bit different. So these are going to be numbered. They're going to be the exclusive cover. So we're going to be doing that with these. So definitely want to get your hands on one of these, because we did metal covers and then we did wooden covers. And so these gold embellished covers are going to be kind of taking the place of those super rare covers. And then of course, here is another one This painting, super cool. So gorgeous. And this one's going to be rainbow foil. So, anywho, here's the linky loo to sign up for issue number 9. Really hope you do. It doesn't. You're not committed to anything. All it is that you're signing up to be notified when we launch. So it just helps me get more eyes on the project if you sign up. So I appreciate your help. Anywho, enough about me. Let's bring in our guest today. Our guest is none other than Joe Worley. Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Tuesday Morning Brew.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my brew.
Nice. I was gonna say, I hope you came prepared. What's the weather like where you're at right now? We're gonna be 105 today.
It's actually not bad right now. I just
Really?
went outside. It's like it's kind of cool actually.
Cool is subject.
No, it's actually and the last like week or so, I've had like outside events and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
been horrible. But today's nice, and I don't have anything outside. But
What temp are you at? Just curious.
I feel like it was about like 78 or
Ooh, that is
something.
nice. That's
Oh yeah,
perfect.
77.
77 to like 85. That's where I
Yeah.
want to live every day, you know?
Yeah.
Sadly, we're in cremation season
Yeah.
in Texas. That's
Yeah.
kind of how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, welcome to the show. We're gonna get started. We're gonna dig right in, and of course, since you first time on the show, we always start with your origin story. And we talked a little bit backstage, and I have about 3,000 questions I want to ask you about yourself and your project. So first, let's start with you. Tell us how you got into this whole thing. You know, indie comics is so great because people come from all walks of life, and everybody's story is different. So I love hearing how you got into it, what you were reading, kind of what influenced you, and then ultimately, what was it that made you decide I'm going to do this for myself?
So I guess I'll start at the beginning. When I was younger, like middle school, high school, I used to read comics like X-Force, X-Men, Spider-Man, and stuff like that. And I can't come up here.
There's a baby.
Yeah. This is Rosie.
Hi, Rosie. Welcome to the show.
And so I was into comics, and I used to like make comics in high school, just like little like superhero comics and things, and like space adventure comics. And then I kind of got out of it for a while, and then later on, like years later in my life, I discovered Hellboy, and I was like, oh, I really love this style. I love how much black he uses and everything.
Yes.
So that inspired me to get back into comics. And then this specific project, The Death Itself, the horror anthology, me and one of my friends were kind of talking about, oh, we should do an anthology. We should or actually we were going to do a zine originally, but then it kind of turned into an anthology because it's because you get more bang for your buck, and you can kind of be more collaborative, and it's easier to sell a bigger book than just like just a little 8-page story. So
yeah. But still, it's like you can have those short stories that are like they're still fulfilling. And like, for example, the very first one that you have in your issue, I'm just gonna show everybody because I thought this was hilarious. So it's about the Covenant, and it's this dude standing in a sigil with his cat with a knife, and he's come forth, calling a demon, and it's like honor the pact, but it's like it tells him he needs to pay a price, can't bring himself to do it. And I love the gratuitous cat butthole. I don't know. It's just something that's so funny to me. He's like, Fluffy, but the cat sacrifices the dude. Right? And it's just like, okay, how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it's a story that deserves to have its time in the sun. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's like, you're right. It's like, how do you get that 8-page story out?
Yeah, that was the original story that we were just going to release as a zine, which is why it's a different like aspect ratio.
Oh, okay.
There's like black at the top and bottom. That was just going to be a zine, but then we were like, Well, we know other people that do art. Let's just add a couple more in there and make it an anthology. So
That's smart. So at what point, so you're writing high school stuff, you went away from it for a while. Did you get back? Were you writing more comics or drawing more comics? Like what was going on before you did the anthology and jumped into it?
I guess the how I really got back into it was during the pandemic. There was
Yes.
nothing else going on, so I was like, okay, let's make a comic book. And I made it's a little just like one shot comic book called Mouse. It was just a little mouse trying to survive in like the Flint Hills ecosystem, and he can only use some tools. He's kind of a smart mouse, but he has to like make his way and try not to get eaten. So it's just a
Yeah.
little 8-page story, no dialogue. I just wanted to keep it really simple, and I did that, and I was like, okay, this is pretty
I can
fun.
still do
I
this.
finished a
Yeah.
comic book. Let's do some more. So
So then how did you meet the people for the anthology?
a lot of the people are just people that I knew. Like the first one was just a friend of mine, and he had a stage play. We adapted that first story with the cat from a stage play he had, and then let's see, the
Hilarious.
second one was a friend and kind of a friend. He's a college professor, and he likes to write poetry, and I had a book of his poetry just on my bookshelf. I was like, okay, let's see what we can do together. And then the last one is a photographer friend, and I had an idea for a story, so we kind of collaborated on that last story in the first issue. And
So
then
how are you actively looking for these people though? Like, cuz now it's to a point where you're on volume 3 and I know that you're searching social media and stuff, but like what is some of the criteria that you're looking for? Do they just have to be into the same kind of dark
uh,
stuff that we are or like
I
how do you
just kind
find
of
them?
keep my eye out, and just if I see somebody that has a style that okay, that could work for horror, or if they're into horror, or if their style could work for horror,
Mhm.
I'm like okay, or you know,
How do you pitch? How do you pitch to
uh,
them? Someone who's into poetry or someone who's into photography. How do you pitch this anthology of dark, weird,
it kind of
different
depends on
stuff?
the person. Like sometimes I'll have a specific idea. Oh, this story would work really good for this person. Or like with Brett Nugent, I was just like, I know he's going to do something good. The guy with the house and he's like, "Are you okay, Steve?"
Yeah, yeah.
After it, so him and he tried. Actually, he's the reason I kind of started doing the anthology, because he tried to do an anthology a while back before I started this one, and it just kind of fell apart. Like he
Yeah.
didn't get enough people or whatnot, and so I knew he would be down to contribute, and his style works really well for horror. So I was like, okay, let's get him in here. And he just went and did that all on his own. And then like Kevin Mellon, um, I I met him at Planet Comic Con in Kansas City, and
Ah.
he had some books on his table, some just like independent comic books that he made. They were kind of like horror, and they had the same like red and black cover, like Death Itself has. So I was like, okay, let's see if she's down. And
Yeah.
oh, yeah, sure. And he's a like a professional, so he can crank those pages out pretty fast. So I was like, it's only 8 pages. Like you only have to do 8 pages. He's like, oh yeah, that's no problem. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I just kind of find people wherever, basically.
That's smart. And I mean like I can totally see how Comic Cons that you go to could be like ripe for collaboration with this
Yeah,
because it doesn't
definitely.
even have to. This is what I love so much about this project. Um, for those of you that are watching, it's not all the same style. And I mean, like the first issue, it's like, okay, this is something that indie comics is used to. Maybe even this, like, we're out of weird bubbles at this point. You know what I mean? So, and with the cryptid lines, you get this real raw art style with the
Yeah,
words.
and it's really conceptual because it's cryptid line, double double meaning, you know.
Yes,
So I tried
I
to
love
keep the
it.
style really sketchy to emphasize the line work. So,
He says, fast professional, you say. We happen to know another fast professional that would also be Fish Lee. So if you're, and he can be pretty dark as well. So if you're looking for some more people to collaborate with, I recommend Fish.
Okay.
done some great work for me.
Sure.
And I've read his writing. He can definitely fulfill
Okay.
what you're working on.
Cool.
But everybody loves cryptids. I, where I'm at in Texas, there's a town called Plano,
Hmm.
and they just opened a cryptid museum. I haven't had a chance to get down there yet, but it's like you pay money to get into these places, and people love
Hmm.
it.
You have like
So
a local cryptid in your area that's like the one that's
no, you
indigenous?
know, I don't know. Does Texas have a cryptid?
Because our in
Chupacabra.
Kansas, our indigenous cryptid. I mean, you could say like jackalope or Bigfoot, but the one that
Yeah.
specifically Kansas is a sinkhole Sam, and it's like a big worm thing that lives in bogs. It might be like a long, really big catfish or a really big eel, river eel or something.
Yeah.
Like some people think it's a worm, some people think it's an eel, but it's like a thing that comes up and like graboid and like grabs you and sucks you down. So, but there's gonna be a cryptid lines too, and
Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google what North Texas is, so Dallas area. But that's exciting. I'm sure people would love a sequel to this one.
yeah, yeah,
Super cool. Cause like I was reading the Mothman one. I'm like, look at this Mothman. He's so cool.
yeah. Yeah, I really like the
So
incorporating the giving him like a context of being in like a neighborhood because it's like cryptids are creepy, but when they're like in familiar environments, then it's like okay, this guy could just like
right,
come and grab me at any moment.
right. Bigfoot. I mean, like he's in the forest, but Mothman, he can just show up whenever. And
Hmm.
of course, it's dark and it's night and we can't see, and so it's just like, oh,
Hmm.
yeah. Margie went out to go do something, and we never saw her again.
Yeah.
But look how detailed these drawings are. These are great. Is it El Chupacabra that's ours? I don't know, Carl. I was gonna say
Maybe.
Chupacabra because we're like Southwest,
Yeah,
right?
could be.
Yeah, Sasquatch. So again, it's like we're still kind of in indie comics because we have mostly art with some words. But when we get into this next one, I think we've taken a left turn. And this one is so interesting to me. It's called Underneath. And I've seen a lot of people try this method and it doesn't seem to quite work for whatever reason. Can you talk to me about the process of using photography and kind of like art and lettering to make this feel the way it does? Like, how do you come across? How do you do this
Um,
successfully?
okay, so and the technical term for this is fumetti,
Fumetti?
which I didn't know before I made this, but apparently
Yeah,
comic with photos is called fumetti.
interesting.
But um, so I kind of so what I did, the creation of this, I started out with the story idea, and I have a photographer friend that I was like, okay, she would be down to take some pictures, and I kind of figured out like what do we have that we could use for the story that we wouldn't have to like build a crazy set or something like that.
Yeah.
So kind of like using stuff that we already had for the sets and things. And so so the plot is a kid just goes to look for his watch and he falls into this world that's like underneath like a different dimension or something, and it's like kind of like composed of elements of our world, but it's like a weird cave system, and maybe time doesn't quite work the same way there, and you know there's some weird things that happen. But the way I did it is I had the story and I storyboarded all these pages out before we even started, and then we went and did the shoot, several shoots to try to get all the shots that we needed, and some ended up a little bit different and some didn't. But the girl Nikki Rocco is her name. She had like lighting and everything, all the photography equipment that you need to get certain lighting circumstances. And we kind of built these sets, and we kind of figured it out kind of as we went, and just like, and we both have an eye for that, light and dark, and like having
Yes.
contrast with everything. So we kind of built it out and took a bunch of pictures and just picked the good ones essentially. But
Yeah. I think the storyboarding is key because a lot of times I think people have an idea and they go to take the photos and they don't quite work. I also
Mhm.
feel like the noise layer that's over all of the photos kind of
Mhm.
helps it because it's
Yeah,
like it's almost more comic. You know what I mean? Like art, how it has a texture to it, as opposed to that
yeah,
clean
yeah. The green.
photography.
Yeah.
But like you can tell this is, I mean, like again, like you said with the equipment, you needed an actual photography person to do this. Look at this panel right here, guys. It's panel two, where the kid is just looking up, and it's just like the perfect light and exposure on this with the
Yeah,
the
and
hair over the eye. It's just like it's very cinematic. It's very you can get the emotion from it.
mhm.
Gosh,
I kind of assumed going into this comic, I was like, oh, we're gonna be taking pictures. This will be way easier than
no,
drawing out. No, especially when you have two kids that you're trying to wrangle, like to
yeah,
get
yeah,
the shots that you need. It was
yeah,
like
like
so
this one.
hard.
This one right here, guys, so panel three, where you have the one older child in the foreground, and then the younger one in the background. Like this, I'm sure took
Mm,
lots of takes to
yeah.
get this with the
And then
lighting and
the kids get crabby, and you're like, okay, we're done for today.
right. There's only so much we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like this creepy space, this liminal space in between.
Hmm.
Well, you needed her to get crabby in order to do this one
Yeah,
down here.
yeah, that's actually my son. So that's and this is the one.
Oh, that's your son. That's your
Yeah, he's older now, but for
yeah.
this one, for that shot, we had to wipe his nose. So I was like, okay, get ready. I wiped his nose.
Poor guy. He really did not like to have his nose
So he's
chewed.
not actually being terrified by a mannequin that came to life.
Fish. No, I totally want to do a story about chasing Bigfoot out of your garage and trash cans. Habitat loss and urban sprawl. Like, get out of here. You. What if it was just other pesky stuff too? It's just like living in Appalachia, and like,
Yeah.
oh no, don't pay attention to that. That's just Bigfoot in the trash again.
That's funny.
Yeah. But this turned out incredible. And again, it has a bat saw. So
Hmm.
I and my friend Vaughn Fox are very excited to see someone else out there with a bat saw.
Hmm.
Or someone raising a baby chupacabra when its mom gets hit by a car. I have to wake up every 3 hours and feed it roadkill. Or they can't tell the difference. They just name it Fluffy, and it's just like, no, it's a puppy. And they're like, that is not a puppy. And all that adventure, it's like, no, the watch was exactly where I was looking for it in the first place.
Yeah,
Amazing.
there's a subtle, I don't know if it comes through or not, but there's a subtle time travel element to
Oh,
this. If you I'm not sure how well it comes through, but it's in there. I don't know if you
I'll have
can.
to go read it again now that you said that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, cool.
yeah,
And I mean, like, this was so cool just to have the first one, but your second and third one, I feel like you expanded because this
yeah,
one, what, 20 some odd pages?
yeah,
And then they go up. I'm not going to
yeah.
show the whole thing. I wanted to show a couple pages
Mm.
from in
Yeah,
this one because something like this, it's like, wow, this is part of a story visually. And it's like, there's so much to look at. And I feel like as a comic book creator, I strive to have so much information in the background about what's going on in my story that people miss. And it's like with this one, you really have to sit and just absorb this
mhm.
image, you know?
Yeah. And this one was a collaboration between me and somebody that has like a character that he does called it's called Sus. It's kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
a drag queen, but not what you would think of as a drag queen, like a
Yeah.
monster queen or something. But so this was kind of like taking that character and making like lore for the character essentially.
Oh,
Like it was like an ancient creature that has like been on this earth since the primordial days of the earth, basically.
interesting. So I was like, I see paper and I see plastic and I see bones and photographs and
Hmm. And
I
yeah, and
don't
this
know.
story is like a detective story essentially. So this is like him putting the pieces together and like slowly going insane as he does it.
Yeah, super cool. So I mean, I'm not going to show you guys the rest of that because I want you to go get it. But um, really cool stuff. A lot of the stories in here, I'm just going to show people some more art. This is volume 2, like this one. Ta-da. This was a great one too. I love this. This whole story was so great for
Mhm.
reasons. Two astronauts go to space, and then in the meantime, all this crazy stuff happens, and it just escalates. So this one, that cryptid, who came up with that thing?
So in this story, I did the story and I penciled and had one of my friends that draws monsters in this kind of weird textural style.
Yeah,
Usually just like does like a monster on a page. He doesn't really do comics, but I was like, okay, your style would work for this type of thing. So
interesting.
I just handed off the pencils to him and let him go to town on the inking. So
That one was super cool. And again, I feel like everyone kind of has a theme. So this second one was more like monsters.
hmm,
And then the third one was like creepy crawlies to
yeah.
me. That was just my interpretation of it. And you guys know I don't like the creepy crawlies. Like I can put up with a lot of things, but creepy crawlies is not one of them.
Yeah.
Um Here, look at this, you guys. I mean, just incredible art styles and multimedia and I really enjoyed this. It's like that weird book that you just love, has a cult following kind of book. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
What makes you want to write this kind of stuff? Like how what is it about this topic that draws you?
So I don't know. It's just always really like engaging to have that like horrific thing like lurking like in the background or like I like to have like the horrificness, but I also a lot of the times I like to take it in like a funny direction. I
Yeah.
feel like horror and comedy are like really close to being like one way or the other. You go really horrifying or really like kind of funny of how ridiculously like over the top it can be. But
Mhm.
I like that kind of contrast where you can go one way or the other.
Yeah. I don't know, why are they so close? It's almost like I, do we need that adrenaline from somewhere?
Yeah.
And it's like, is it scary adrenaline or is it laughing adrenaline? It's like we
Yeah,
just
it
need
might be
that.
just like the kind of like roller coaster ride of like, oh, it's gonna be scary, or it's gonna be funny. Oh no, it's horrible, or whatever, or vice versa.
Like this cat story. That cat story is a perfect example of that, where it's like, what is this guy doing? He's calling a demon. He's gonna sacrifice a cat. Like how dare you sacrifice this animal? And
Hmm.
it's just like Fluffy, and it's just like, oh, Fluffy's gonna sacrifice the dude. Cat has no qualms.
Yeah,
Like it's so funny to me.
yeah, it does feature coffee in it too. So
And it's perfect for the show. See,
yeah.
coffee. Oh, sacrilege! The price to be paid is blood and coffee. Ah, it's too funny. Um, so this really is intriguing to me too, and like the concept of death itself, where it's just like it's this finality, and it's just I don't know, it's something about it where it's like we can't quite understand it. We don't really know what happens next. And so it's a topic that we write about to explore and maybe try to understand. I don't know,
Hmm.
that's what kind of draws me.
Yeah, I kind of like the uh, the fact that a lot of the stories go in a comedic direction. I kind of like that, like kind of like to like laughing in the face of the abyss,
Mm.
like well, you might die, but like
We're all going to die eventually, so you might as
let's
well
enjoy it and like
chuckle about it.
not worry about it, you know, like I don't know,
Right.
kind of like defeats it in some way.
Yeah, okay. Defeat death with laughter. That's deep. I'm on the third one. I'm trying to find. Okay, this image really disturbed me.
Hmm.
I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know. That wasn't my story, so but that story that precedes that is like it's an alien abduction story, and
Right.
the guy's a photographer. It was him and a guy, I'm gonna forget his name now. It's in the credits, but
Yeah.
a photographer friend of mine who moved to Chicago, and he's friends with this guy that does a show for Adult Swim. I'm
Oh.
not going to remember what the show or what the guy's name is though, but he's in the credits in this book. But he has a really wonky style, and the other guy, the photographer, is really obsessed with alien abduction stories. So this is kind of like, and I guess his friend that does the show is the one who wrote the story, and he did the photography, but just kind of like very collagey, a very unique style, using photography, but way different than the way we did it in the first issue. So
Yeah, this goes to show you that you can make incredible images using multimedia. And you don't got to use AI, everybody. I mean, like, this
yeah.
is photography and drawing, and you know what I mean? Like, this is our roots. This is where we come from. So it's like you could type in this prompt to AI and it would never understand
Mhm.
this, kind of
Yeah.
image and in the emotion behind it, what we're going for,
Mhm.
Something wrong with Steve. And then this one. I'm not going to spoil this for you guys, but I'm just going to show you this picture and let you understand that it gets way worse. It gets way worse. So by the end of it, you're like, WTF. I don't even know what we're looking at anymore. So
Yeah.
he looks so happy in this picture and it all goes wrong. So,
Yeah. And this guy is the story was by Brett Nugent. Just look him up on Instagram and you'll kind of get the idea of what's going to happen.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's messed up. So, Death itself has been on Kickstarter. All of them have been, which is super cool. This was, and you do about one volume a year. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would take time to get it all together and
Yeah. Give
all the
everybody
different
time
stories.
to do their stories, and because
Hmm.
some people have more time than others, and they also have to find people and kind of motivate people. So
Right. But this was super cool. It's one of those things where it's like, man, I wish I could have known about this back when it was live. Stupid Kickstarter. See what I mean? Like, you need that algorithm to push you.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But if you guys, one of the best things that you can do on Kickstarter is to follow the creator. And so Joe doesn't have anything in pre launch right now, but if you click over to the creator, you can just click follow like this. And now, anytime Joe makes a change where he has something in pre launch or launches anything, it will let me know. So I will know when your
Cool.
next
Yeah.
one goes. So that's the best way to do it if they don't have anything in pre launch. So, but
Yeah.
this one, go ahead.
Yeah, we're pretty close to going into pre-launch. I just need to get
Yeah.
everything together and starting to get some art in, so then I'll have something to put up there. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the hard part. It's like I could build a Kickstarter and it's empty.
Mhm.
Just wrote an outline for my cryptid story, sent it to my editor to torture him with new ideas we don't have time to make. Finished.
Yeah.
So, so you write and you make art
Mhm.
and you also collaborate with other artists. Which is your favorite? Which do you call yourself? Are you a writer artist or you artist writer? What do you
Probably a artist, probably
artist first?
artist, and then writer, and then organizer, I guess. I like being an artist. I like doing the art stuff, but also it's like kind of like I'm just sitting here by myself, like meh, 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 meh. So it's kind of nice to have other people like, oh, let's work together. Maybe we do like I do pencils, you do ink, or like I do the story, you do the art, or you do a little bit of art, I'll do a little bit of the art. So it's kind of nice to have that collaboration
Yeah.
Because usually I'm just like by myself sitting here in a room. So yeah.
I feel like that's all of us. So we're all by ourselves in a room until we collaborate with people. And I find that 99% of the time my stuff gets better with
Mhm.
collaboration. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah, I
Fish is
agree
like,
with
what if we
that.
did this?
Because like I'll like have an idea, but then I'll start to collaborate with somebody, and the idea will change. And I'm like, oh, we could do this,
Right.
maybe better thing.
Yes. And usually I hear, God damn it, Lori, no, I have to rewrite my story. And I'm like, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of how it works out. So Death Itself #4 will be out this year. How far are you going to go with these? How many are you going to do? Or it's like, there's really no reason why it has to end because they're just anthologies, right? I don't
Hmm.
say just, I mean, like, it's not one
Yeah.
storyline that has a beginning, middle, and end. It's whatever you guys can come up with for the rest of time, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I mean, I'll probably have more ideas, but for myself, I have about I have about two or three more ideas that I want to do, and but one of these isn't just going to be my idea, so I probably have at least uh, 1 or 2 years left. Yeah, I have less time now than I did when I started, so it's a little bit more of
Yeah.
a little bit harder to get things together. But I
Yeah.
mean, we'll keep going until maybe we'll probably try to shoot for five, and then maybe do like a collected edition.
That was my next question is when are we going to get the big hardcover gorgeous book?
Yeah, I'll probably do. I'll probably shoot for five, and then do a collected edition, and maybe add a few more into there that weren't in the other ones. Maybe.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, Gray Wolf. Yeah, that would be super cool. I would love to see like even a hardcover. You know me,
mhm.
I'll just rip off the soft cover and put on my own hardcover anyway.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
that's always the worst though to see is like, oh, there's Lori. Oh, she's ripping my book up. Oh. But sometimes you got to do it. Um, what did I want to ask? There was something else that was on the tip of my tongue. I was going to ask you about death itself, and now my brain lost it. I got nothing. So, so we're right around like 38. How many interior pages are in this last one?
It kind of depends. If all the contributors pull through, which sometimes they don't, but
Oh,
we got four 8 page or four stories around 8 pages, minimum of 8 pages. Sometimes they get, we get to the end of the story and like, oh, we need like one or two more pages, so you figure out how to get it,
yeah.
fit it in there. But yeah, so at least it's probably going to be. I'm expecting four 8 page stories.
Gotcha. Is your typical for
Yeah.
interior. That makes sense. Because that's what I was gonna say. Like, just the organization for this seems like it's kind of a headache. So, I mean, do you have like where you're in charge, everybody kind of funnels through you? Do you have like a just like a forum that you're all like a Facebook chat group that you're all in and just drop idea? Like how does this work?
I just kind of contact people, and for this one, the artists are working more independently, or the contributors are working more independently than previous ones. So I'm just kind of checking in, like how's it going? You got any art
Yeah.
I can throw into this and into the Kickstarter and to show people? And so I'm just kind of more loosely involved with their stories than previous years, but just trying to make sure they're like staying, on target
Balance.
for getting it done. So
That's the hard part is herding the kittens, right? Because I'm part of a anthology, prose anthology,
Hmm.
and our deadline is October, and so that felt like that was a lot of time, and now I'm looking at it like I probably need to get working on that.
Yeah.
I'm half done, but I was just like, I got plenty of time. That time just disappears so fast, so it's like,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, I had a girl that was going to do a story one year, but she was in college as well, and she ran out of time. But she was going to do, and I was excited about this story. She does like paper dolls, like with like
Ooh.
pins, and like she like illustrates on them. And I was like, oh, you could do that for a story and just like photograph like the dolls doing stuff. I was like, oh, that'd be cool. But she didn't have time that year, and I guess it's a lot of work. So she's got to. I wanted to try to get her in at some point in one of the issues, but
Yeah. It's almost like stop motion animation, kind of like
yeah,
that.
kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that. Well, again, it all comes down to storyboarding because
Mhm.
if there was a plan of how she needs to do it, but then again, it's just like how much work goes into each one of those paper dolls.
Yeah, yeah.
I can
She
see
did
how
like
people love it.
she did a little bit of a series of like a Santa Claus, but they're like naked. So they're like naked Santa Claus, but you can like put clothes, but she has like different clothing that she would like put on him and stuff.
Yeah,
It's kind of funny.
that's funny. So, what is the plan after? Or do you have other things that you work on besides death itself? Let's talk about it.
I have many other things that I work on.
You said you
Let's
were
see.
busy, so
Yeah.
tell us all the things
So
that you do.
two of the main things that I do are I do caricatures, like live caricature
Oh, that's
drawings.
right.
So like funny, like, and that if you want to, you could go to my like Joe Worley art is my. You can
Insta, right?
look on TikTok or you can look on Instagram, but Joe Worley art is my handle on everything.
Yeah, I was looking at your Insta.
And I also do murals. That's another big thing.
Oh,
So we're currently working on 5 in a mental health facility that are
interesting.
in like the calming rooms. So it's kind of like, nice. Yeah, there's some. You know,
No, I know maybe two other people that do caricature, not can do, but actually do.
mm-hmm.
Um, there's such an interesting style behind this. Is there like a school of thought? Like, do they teach caricature kind of like they teach 2D and 3D? You know what I mean? Perspective.
No, I mean they probably do, but I just kind of started out. I started out doing it because my girlfriend at the time was busking. She played harp and she was busking. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I'll just draw people on the street. And I realized, oh, drawing traditional portraits is too slow. So I was like, okay,
yeah.
let's start getting into caricatures at that point. I just kind of looked at artists that I liked and kind of mimicked some of the things they were doing and kind of just developed my own style over time.
Because it's
So,
not just you know cartoony, but I mean, like you have to actually still resemble the person. So there
mhm.
has to be some skill
Yeah,
there.
it's a different way. It's I think a different way of thinking about it. It's kind of going from traditional to
You got to rescue Rosie.
maybe. She's okay.
Rosie.
Yeah, because it looks like them, but also it doesn't look like them. So
Right.
it's kind of hard to figure that out to get over that hump of like changing how your brain thinks about it. But yeah.
Yeah, I still don't think I could do this because it's like my brain would either try to make it too realistic and it would just be enough off to make it look bad. Yeah,
Mhm.
Fish can do caricatures as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he said I make so much money at cons doing these. So people love to have themselves drawn, but
I definitely make more money with caricatures at cons than I do from selling
isn't
comics
that
at
funny?
cons. Yeah.
I make hot sauce as well, Joe. And
Oh,
so I always make more money selling hot sauce than I do comics.
okay. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta have that side hustle. But the books are always there. So it's
Mhm.
like when people come to you and you start talking about, oh yeah, I can do caricature, but I also can, you know, I have these books. So starting the conversation is half the battle sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
But these are amazing. So how long does it take you to do
About
these?
5 to 10 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah.
5 to 10 minutes. It's
Yeah.
like
That's
okay,
one of the cool things for me is just like the process of it of like having to figure out how do I do this and make it good but also make it quick. It's kind of like figuring that out is kind of like fun for me to because there's
yeah.
like kind of an order of like a process that you get an order of drawing. You have to draw things in the front first, like in the foreground, and so you don't have to like because I almost never sketch before I start these. I'll just like start okay foreground things first, or if somebody's nose is big and it overlaps, that goes first, and kind of figuring out like and like kind of planning out my spacing ahead of time, just in
Yeah.
my mind. Yeah, it's like things that I do kind of automatically now that I really had to like work at first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You've ever someone mad while you're
A
drawing?
few times.
Like this, there's one of them that stuck out. I was like, oh Lord, this one. I was like, wow.
Well, yeah, this was for a caricature resolution, which is it's a caricature challenge every year in January,
Yeah,
where there's a Facebook group that's kind of like they are in a ISCA, which is the Caricature Association, and they'll
interesting.
put out a challenge and they'll have like a list of celebrities and everybody draws their own interpretation and
Ah,
posts it to the group.
Maya, I didn't realize who it was until I saw the caption.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, so these ones up here are the from the group.
Boris Karloff.
Uh,
Oops, not that one. This one. Lawrence Fishburne.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
I feel like you'd be mad about that.
Yeah.
Hilarious. You ever have someone refuse to pay though? Like
I
that
never
bad?
I never give them the option of that, so no.
Oh, you pay first.
I'm never like, are you sure you want to pay? I'm just like, okay.
But I mean, like, there's whole channels on TikTok that like people draw
Mhm,
them the worst caricature they can think of. You know what I mean? And then
mhm.
people just laugh about it.
Yeah, I never go as crazy as some of those people, like
Yeah.
making somebody just like a giant like shiny forehead, like a girl with a giant shiny forehead or something. I don't go like that crazy, and so usually people don't get mad because I exaggerate, but I don't like try to be offensive
Right, right.
necessarily. Yeah,
What's this one? It's interesting.
that's true. You never know what's gonna hurt their feelings.
That's true.
Yeah,
Who knows? But I mean, like, I feel like the group of people that would go get a caricature should know better.
yeah, yeah.
You
That's
know,
that's the way I feel too.
Fish says that's why mine were more portraits of you as your favorite hero. Ah, yes. Never know it would
Yeah,
hurt. That's
yeah,
interesting. So, Fish, you draw them as like a superhero. That's interesting.
yeah. I
Very
usually,
interesting.
I, I usually don't even give an option to draw you as a character. I just don't like doing it that way.
Yeah,
I feel like I just want to like explore my style. And
yeah,
sometimes if there's like a kid at a con and he's dressed as something, then I'll just make it, I'll just add the body in without him
yeah.
asking, and then when he sees it, he's like, "Whoa!"
That's
So that's the way I like to do it. I like
awesome.
that. Let's see that go up a little bit. Go back up.
This
That
one?
Pee Wee Herman
Yeah.
was a
I
good
was
one.
like, this one kind of stands out. What are we doing
So
here?
that was a live painting I did one time. This art festival thing in Wichita, Kansas, hit me up to do a live painting, which I don't normally do, so it was kind of stressful. But I was like, okay, let's see what I
Yeah.
can do, and I really liked how it turned out. So
Yeah, it turned out great.
it was like right after Paul Rubin died, so I was like, okay, I got to
Aw.
do this. Yeah.
Yeah. Those I always man, I took painting in college and the level of thought that goes into I don't know, do you think about all the different layers that you're putting here because this would stress me out trying to figure out
Mhm.
how the composition because there's the diagonals, this squiggly line takes your eye
Mhm.
to the main figure who is dynamic, but still there's all this stuff in the background that's really incredible. So
Yeah.
to me, like this level of composition would be hard to even come up with. But I
Yeah, I
feel like
definitely like planned it. I planned it out. Like I did
yeah,
like a little bit of an underpainting because it's like I wouldn't have time for everything to dry so that I could keep layering. So I did
yeah,
like some underpainting, like kind of planning it out a little bit. But sometimes you have to work on the fly. Like, okay, I need to add something here or here. But it's kind of like loosely planned out.
gotcha. So one part plan and one part improvisation.
Yeah, yeah.
Super cool. I was gonna say, yeah, this one it's like we have all these caricatures and then the Paul Rubin really stood out in
Mhm.
there. Like same thing. Like here's a little close
Yeah,
up.
and
What
I,
is
I
that?
made
Is
some
that a
little
stamp?
stamps and stuff. So,
That's incredible.
yeah.
Paul Rubin stamp. Did you make it?
Yeah, I just took like a big like hand sponge and cut it out, and yeah, there's a guy I follow that does like that sort of thing, stamps and things on his
Yeah,
paintings all the time. So I was like, yeah, let's try that.
incredible. I was like, what do you cut it with?
Just like an
Exacto?
X-Acto knife. Yeah,
Interesting. So there's this one too. We got a Cthulhu?
yeah, Cthulhu. Yeah, just doing
Wow.
a digital drawing.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I love when artists show time lapses. Like Fish has a TikTok where he does like a morning warm up and he just draws or he colors.
Hmm.
And of course, it's in fast forward and there's music to it, and I could just zone out and watch people draw for hours.
Okay,
You
that's
know,
cool.
it's better than watching all the other
That was a
negative.
mural. This was a mural I
Oh, this
did
is
of a
one.
lady that she played piano at this theater in this town, like for a long time. But then she had passed, and her family wanted to get a mural to like commemorate her time there. And she was just like really like joyful and stuff, and like she really liked pro wrestling too. So, but they wanted me to do a mural of her, and so I tried to capture her essence.
That's cool. I feel like we need more murals. You know,
There's
cityscapes can be so
that mouse
boring.
guy's from the comic. The
Which one?
mouse comic. Let me go up.
This guy. This is the
Yeah,
mouse.
that's the mouse from the comic
Oh,
I did in during the pandemic.
yeah. Is there a place where people can read that?
I have it on Etsy. I think I have it on Etsy still, and I have it on Global Comics.
Global
I have
Comics. Yeah.
most of my comics on there under Warbird Art is my kind of comic label, quote unquote, like WOR, because my last name is Worley, so
Worley.
WOR,
Yeah.
Warbird. Yeah. And this was the first year of the character resolution that I did.
It's fun to see, and this is why I love social media, because it's like you can go back and you can see your progress as an
Hmm.
artist. I don't have this because I'm not an artist, but I think
Right.
it's so cool to go back and be like, this is a cool style that you did for a while, but like it's gotten better. Like the further we scroll up, you can see
Hmm.
your
Yeah,
progress and
yeah,
your growth, which is so cool.
yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. And it just goes to show you, it's just like if you do something every day, or you know what I mean? Like when you put focus on something, how you can develop your skills. And it's just like, you just got to get in there and do it.
Yeah,
I like how this one has gold on it.
yeah,
Some
yeah. It's something I do
metallic,
every so often. Yeah.
the markers, those,
Hmm.
that's cool. Um, let's shift gears real quick. Let's go play our game. It's about that time. Let me get stuff ready here. And we're going to play Would You Hug This? All right, here we go. Welcome to Would You Hug This? Every week we say it with a little bit different emphasis, but
Would you hug this?
would you hug this?
Would you hug this?
Would you hug this? I don't know. Being that we are both interested in death and creepy, I figured this week's Would You Hug This would be about death itself. Death himself, death herself. So the question is, would you hug these versions of death?
Okay.
Start out strong here. This is from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Movie we have all seen, right? 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 Okay, just checking.
I have seen it.
Would you hug this death?
Would I hug this death?
Yeah, would you?
I feel like he needs a hug.
I think this is one of the friendlier versions of death that we've seen.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would hug him.
I'd say yes. Yeah,
I mean, am I already dead? Then I would hug him. Because I
yeah.
feel like this death, like when if you touch him, you die, right? This one?
Maybe.
I don't remember Bill and Ted actually touching him, did they? Lou says yes, she would hug the most excellent death.
He
Most
would be
deaths.
your friend forever if you gave him a hug.
Yeah, this would be the best death to have as a friend, man. You could go to parties and you could get into trouble, and he'd be like, I
Mhm.
didn't see anything. You're not dead yet. Like,
Yeah.
did you jump off of that building and miss the pool and you hit the concrete? You're cool. Just stand up and shake it off.
Yeah.
Best of three. I agree. Agreed. That was the best one.
It's funny.
Let's see who else we got here. We have another death. This one from the Sandman
Mm.
from the comic book. This death I really appreciated because she was kind of all, you know what I mean? Like she was death can come as a friend or death can steal you in your sleep or it's just like it's unavoidable, but you have to come with death. Um I would still hug this death, I think.
Yeah.
Joe, would you hug
Yeah.
death?
Agreed.
Yeah,
Would hug.
would hug. Agreed. Some of the other characters in Sandman definitely not, but of the siblings, I think she is probably one of the most huggable. So let's who we got next. Oh yeah, she looks like she needs a dad joke and then a hug. Oh, I can appreciate that, Lupin. So I don't know if we remember this movie. Meet Joe Black. Where didn't he get hit by a car? It was like a taxi, and then death kind of took up residence in his body for a little bit.
Uh,
Um, the scariest part of this movie was him talking with a Jamaican accent.
Somebody wants a hug from this death.
Who wants to hug? This younger version of Brad Pitt, yes, I agree. But this was I don't know. Would you hug this death, Joe? Give me a reason.
I don't really remember what he does as death in this movie.
Kind of walks around in the dude's body for a few days.
Okay.
Acting weird and like I think it didn't he have a fiance? I haven't seen this movie in a long time
I'm,
too.
I'm thinking of Burn After Reading it.
Oh, that's different. Yeah, no. He kind of has the same hair though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Got a few more wrinkles in that one.
Yeah.
This one he was so young. It was like this one and then a river runs through it and then it was like, oh, he's hot stuff and got all the
Yeah.
roles.
I might hug him at the risk of turning gay.
I mean, if anybody could do it, it's Death. It's Brad Pitt is Death. He can speak to you in whatever accent you have. Like that was just the weirdest part of the movie when he took on that Jamaican accent and was talking to that lady, and I was just like, I'm uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Any version, you're gonna hug any version of Brad on vacation in Brad's body, not Death, not me.
Oh,
So you're gonna hug Death in any version of Brad's body, is what you're saying, old or young. Okay, Lou. All right, we got a little bit of an escalation here.
okay.
This is Death from Agatha All Along. I don't know if you watched that series on. I think it's just on Disney Plus. It wasn't a movie; it was a series where they're on the Witch's Road, and the Green Witch. What is her name? Aubrey Plaza, I want to say.
Oh.
But she plays the character of Death. I kind of dig it though. MJ. I missed that, Lou. What's this in reference to? Hee hee. Oh, this one you think looks like MJ? Michael Jackson? She's scary.
That's funny.
I don't know, man. I would cosplay this. I'm just saying.
I might do a cautious yes on this one.
Yeah. Maybe like a half hug,
Yeah.
shoulder hug.
Yeah. Like ready to like pull out my crucifix if I need to.
I don't think that will do much. This one was scary. She was just she did whatever she wanted and she did not care. Which is I think pretty fitting. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So side hug for Green Death.
Yeah. I love this one.
Well, this is right up your alley because this is Hellboy, yeah?
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro loved to play with just like the shape of the head, like between this and like Pan's Labyrinth, and he really is some cool things, some cool creatures. Lou,
Yeah.
maybe. Is it funnier because I say it out loud? I have to do it. So, but this, I mean, like this was super scary to see this creature, you know, with all the eyes and the messed up wings, and
Mhm.
this is more along the lines of visuals from your books.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Are you
might
are you
I might
hugging
give
this?
him a hug just to get a closer look at all
Yeah.
that weird stuff in there.
You're
Might have a
brave. You're braver than I am. I don't think I'm hugging this.
gonna have a weird, like crazy vision if you hug this one.
You think? I think I might accidentally poke it in the eyeball and piss it off.
Yeah.
It's got 17 eyes,
Yeah.
24 eyes, 65 eyeballs. Can you imagine? There isn't enough Visine on the planet to help this guy. I'll pass on this one too. Oh, and the last one. Much more human again, but hmm, this is Death from Supernatural for the people that are wondering.
Oh, I would have to hug this one just on behalf of my wife, just because he's from Supernatural.
Just so you can get this much closer to Dean Winchester and
Yeah.
the Seven
Yeah.
Steps to Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I
I'll-
mean? I'm with you, Luce. It's all fun and game until someone loses an eye.
yeah.
I'm too afraid of this one. I don't know.
I have to take a picture whenever they have their car
At a
at the
con,
cons. I have to take a picture in it every time. They're,
side hug. I'm too afraid of this one.
I don't remember what he's like in that show though.
Is this I don't know. He seems kind of just has that creepy aura where I'm like, I would I would hug the Green Witch and not this guy.
Mm, yeah.
I'd hug this one because I'm like, ooh, who did your makeup? Slay. And then this one, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, he's not very huggable, is he?
He just doesn't look happy. Does this one need a dad joke as well, Lou? And a selfie. Side hug and a selfie. All right. Yeah, I can see. Yeah. And then ask them if they know Dean and Sam. Hey. Can you introduce me to Dean and Sam? And that'll
Yeah.
probably that will probably get you killed.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. There's our version of today's Would You Hug This Death Edition. So here we go. That was fun. Hi, Rosie. You know who I would hug? I would hug Rosie.
Oh.
I would give her such a squishy hug because she's so cute. Yay! Gosh, that age goes so fast, Joe. Mine are 9 and 12.
Oh yeah. Oh.
And you know how Facebook does those memories?
Yeah.
Like, and of course, schools. Everybody's starting school, so you get to see like all the pictures that you've posted from first days of school. So,
Mm-hmm.
first day at kindergarten for my older one, and now she's in 7th grade. I'm just like,
Wow. Yeah. Oh, you gonna talk now? Oh yeah, I know.
You'd like to speak to the manager? Yes. Me as well.
Take a nap.
Take a nap.
Take a nap.
Snoozy. So I wanted to share some links for everybody, just because we were talking so much about death itself, and then there's a ton of collaborators on that. And Joe was so kind to send me a bunch of links. So if you're into that weird dark art like we are, there's places for you to check out and follow. So this is the one for death itself. I got stuck
Yeah.
in the school line. I didn't have a kid. I was confused. There was a vibe. I was like, oh, how did that happen? That's the last place you want to be. I tell you, man. I get more gray hair sitting in those pickup lines. The
Mm,
kids are always behaved. It's the parents. The parents are terrible.
yeah.
Parents at the middle school are the worst because they just don't want to follow the directions. Because every year the school will be like, okay, this is the flow, this is how everybody should go.
Mhm.
And they just freaking ignore it. Like, they're worst. They're worse than
Yeah.
that.
I'm not quite to the school lines yet.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. You're going to get some gray hairs when you get there. Just
Like,
giving you a heads up.
next year it's the school lines.
Oh, your son's going to be in kinder next year?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's a big step. But
Yeah.
when you get to the youngest one, you're just like, ah.
Yeah.
Bye. Tuck and roll.
Yeah.
I'll slow the car down.
Well,
So here's the link for this, the Instagram for people to follow with the death itself.
yeah, and the first picture on this is one of the news stories.
This
The
one?
first two, yeah, the first two is one of the news stories for the upcoming book
Cool.
by
Here's
this
a
guy
sneak peek.
I met him at a Comic-Con. His name is Colton, and his I put his link in the private chat if you want to share
Yeah.
that.
We'll go through. Well, I'll go through them all. That's cool. What's this? Is this a reference picture, or are we going to
So
get some
this,
photography
so
in this one
this
too?
is the guy. So our one of the stories in the new books is going to have photography, like half.
Yeah.
It's going to be half photography, half illustration. So this guy playing a priest is trying to stop the apocalypse, and the bat saw blade makes an appearance in there.
Oh, I see. I love it. You gotta have the bat saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he has the ranged weapon and then the melee. I can't say that word. Melee. I
Yeah.
don't know. He has the bashing weapon. You gotta
Yeah.
have both, right?
Yeah.
Shoot the ones from far away when you can, and then when you run out of ammo, you still got that close up weapon.
That's right.
Important. That's cool. This is the dark and disturbing here on this channel, guys.
Yeah, so that story takes place, and we got this local bar called the Hopping Gnome to let us shoot in their old bar location. So there's going to be some gnomes in that story. So
Gnome related humor.
yeah,
Awesome.
this gnome may or may not survive the photo shoot.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No gnomes were actually hurt. Just ceramic ones.
Yeah.
Super. Like, stuff like this is just so creepy. Oh, it moves.
Yeah.
Ew. I'm not okay. See, that's the fun part about doing photography is like now with they have a DSL, they have a digital, right? So you can record things and then turn it into a photo as well. Creepy. What is this?
This is my friend that he's like a creature, like a I don't know.
Is this sus?
I just like opened my door and looked in my hallway, and this thing is coming. Like just stuff like all over the floor.
You're like, great, all right, we're being creative today. I'm gonna be in the other room. It's like, are those boobs? Are those tatas hanging down?
Boobs.
These look like finger tatas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
Cool. Warbirds, love it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're building a Kickstarter for something like this, do you have you run a Kickstarter for other style comics as well?
No.
I'm
I've
trying
only
to
done
see.
Kickstarter for this one.
Yeah, because it's like I'm trying to imagine if it would be easier, harder, what
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm still figuring out Kickstarter in general, so
yeah, and then as soon as you figure it out, they change it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
yeah. Yeah.
This was the great twist to that story. I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, but
So yeah,
you got to read it.
this was a sketch I did at a Comic-Con. Somebody had like a big sketchboard.
Oh, cool.
So I sketched this guy, and this is a character in one of the stories in one
Yeah.
of the books in the
That was a
last
good twist too. I was like, nah.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, that may all right. Steve is fine. Steve.
He's fine.
Yeah, I'm not. Ooh.
It's
Okay.
Ozzy.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I did this for like a
The Ozzy
art
tribute.
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a reward. Okay, so
That cover looks amazing with that black and red.
yeah.
I was very tempted when I first started my series, Path of the Pale Rider, to do it in black, white, and blood, quote unquote.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Where you just have red. Just
mm,
it's so stark, you know.
yeah.
Because I love this style too with the a lot of blacks.
Mm,
But it just didn't end up working out that way. Our
mm,
art didn't lean that way.
yeah.
Um, but I always think it's so stunning, black, white, and red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Some more creepy images from this book. I'm so scared.
I like this story.
That was a great story too, you guys. And I was kind of wondering, like, um, let's talk about that one. Let's talk about
I pulled a lot of that from my personal like life experiences.
that. For real?
Yeah, the demon guy. What was it called?
It's like the
Uh,
boogeyman, but is it the boogeyman? Because it starts out with, dang it, I closed that whole block. What did I do that for?
he's like a boogeyman, like trying to make it big, but he still has to work his day job.
Right. And I was like, is he daydreaming? Is he daydreaming about being this big boogeyman? Or is it like that's his other, he's working in a kitchen and
Yeah,
then at night he moonlights as bad boogeyman?
yeah, that's his side hustle.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's called side hustle. That's what it was,
Oh,
right?
that's right. That's right. I should, hello, context
Yeah.
clues. Um, yes, following on Instagram so I can watch the creative fiend in the hallway. The boobs. It's the boobs. Whatchamacallit. So that's there's that was really dark in how it began because it was like, oh, it's Friday and we're gonna kick back and we're have a good time, and it's like this dude at a strip club and the stripper is taking him back to the back room, and then the stripper like busts out of her skin and like cuts the guy in half, and I was like, whoa, like, because at first you think the story's being told from the guy's point of view, and then when you get to that point, you're like, oh, we're from the demon's point of view. I get it.
You know what? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Feeling like that. That's funny. Yeah, that does kind of come off like that.
Yeah, where it's like the guy is like, well, it's Friday, we're about to go kick back and have a good time, and then it's like, oh, okay, no, we're having a good time by being the boogeyman and slicing and dicing the people.
Mhm.
Oh gosh. All right, here is another link for you guys. This is Kevin Mellon,
So he's
who,
done. He's a writer on the the show Hit Monkey, and he was a storyboarder on Archer and a few other shows. And he has his own like just independent little short horror one-off comics that he does. And he's going to be contributing a story to hopefully this next issue. So
super cool. Yeah, I was going through his page too, and I was just like, this is incredible work. Like,
yeah,
you really do find some amazing talent, like between
yeah.
the photography and the illustrators and the writers. Like, and it's so great to know that there's a bunch of people. These are my people. You know what I mean? Like, do you feel
Right.
that way too? You're like, these are the
Yeah,
weird people that think like me. Like, this is
yeah,
what the
and
inside of my brain looks like.
yeah, just to give him a little shout out, the writer on the cryptid story, it was actually the poet laureate for Kansas one year.
Wow.
So it's just
See?
like, yeah,
It's like, do you track these guys down? You just show up at the con that they're at, like, hi, my name's Joe. I want you to work for me.
yeah. I don't usually stalk them. I just kind of like I notice them, and then I like kind of just come over
Kind of
here.
mosey on over,
Yeah.
slide him volume 1 and be
Yeah.
like, hey.
Yeah, a lot of these comic artists are super busy all the time, so it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to get somebody to. But yeah,
Look at his studio.
yeah, yeah.
Look at this, man. It's just like
Yeah, this guy's so good.
it's raw in the movement, and you know what I mean. It's just like
Mhm. Yeah, his
so
story that
heartbreaking.
caught my eye was he had a story about a girl. It doesn't have any dialogue, but it's a girl who wakes up with an axe stuck in her head, and she has to and she's like in the woods, and she has to figure out how to deal with that situation. And there's like a
Yeah,
guy that's stalking her, and like it's pretty crazy little story.
there's some incredible art. Like, look at that Hammer Girl
Hmm.
from the Raid 2. Great character. I also am a martial artist, so and the I practice Indonesian and Filipino martial arts, and so the Raid movies are up there on my list. And I was just like, "That's cool. I want to use hammers
Yeah.
and wear giant sunglasses." I was like, I know that she was
Uh,
hiding her scar, but
mhm.
what a vibe! It was like kicking
Yeah,
ass and taking names with giant sunglasses and hammers.
yeah, yeah. He's pretty prolific in things that he's worked on.
Yeah, this is Kevin Mellon. He did what's Hit Monkey?
It's a
Is
it's
that from
a
MacArthur?
DC Marvel comic, but it has a series. It's on Hulu. It has a and he's a director of season 2, I think, or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Super cool.
so,
Ah, so that's Kevin. So he doesn't have one currently, but he's going to be working on for volume 4, correct?
yeah. I'll have a story on volume 4. Yeah, I don't have any details on exactly what it's going to be, but he's down. So I need to get some art from him and throw it up on the Kickstarter, and then we'll get a sneak preview pretty soon here.
That's cool. I know that's the hard part too, because it's just like I'd love to show you all the things that are going to be on my Kickstarter, but I don't have them
Yeah.
yet. And here is another link for you guys. This is now when I read this, I read it as Catherine the Crust,
Yeah.
which is not correct. Catherine Cursed, the
Captain
Cursed,
First.
which makes much more sense when you take a look at the art.
Yeah.
Although Catherine the Crust has kind of a ring to it.
Yeah.
But I love her style here. And it's just like, it's kind of breaks from what you've had so far in the past because you've had just this black and white. But she kind of, her feeling with color is so intense. So are you planning on running color in your next issue?
No, it's just going to be black and
You're
white.
going to make her do black. You're going to make this woman do black and white.
Yes, we will.
How dare you, Joe?
Sometimes when you do something outside of what you normally do, you come up with something extra cool. So,
That's a good point. You got to, push her out of her own.
and her story is called The Existential Library.
Looking forward to that one. Super cool. But I mean, like, she's a unicorn. Scariest unicorn.
Mhm.
But this, like, there's so much, again, emotion and color and movement. It's like the straight lines versus the curvy lines,
Mhm.
warm versus the dark with the black and white. Really great. How'd you find it? How'd you find Catherine?
Oh, she was just one of the other contributors were like, "Hey, you should hit her up," and she wanted to do it. So yeah,
Wow. Okay. So I love this because we love our dark and crazy art, but it's like, yeah, we can restrain ourselves and do like for yourself. You can do caricatures, you can do murals, but you really want to go into the dark and crazy stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So same thing here. It's just like this is super cute and wholesome and then there's this.
yeah.
I love it. I feel like this is me on Mondays
Yeah.
before I've had coffee and people try to talk to me and ask me questions. Amazing. Look at this.
Spider leg guy.
Did you read Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark as a child?
Scary stories.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I did not.
Oh my gosh, you don't know what I'm talking about?
Is that the one that's like illustrated?
Yes.
One of my friends has that book, right? And he's reading it to his kids. I think if that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. It's these ones. So that's what this kind of reminds me of,
Mhm.
you know? And it's like I feel like so many of us that read these as kids, like look, um are now writing horror.
Yeah, yeah.
Because of
So
the influence
what I
of
remember
that.
from when I was a kid is my mom would read me the like the Odyssey. So like I remember like being really creeped out by the Cyclops, like eating people and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. That's scary.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you can't tell me that I feel like Catherine is there. I
Mhm.
wonder if she read those stories growing up.
Yeah.
And see, it's so funny. Again, it's like here we are scrolling down and you can see like the phases we go through. Like Picasso had his blue phase, which
Mhm.
just means that all he could afford was blue paint at that
Yeah.
time.
Uh,
So everything was blue. And so it's like here we have characters
mhm.
and it's like we get a little weirder. And it's just so cool to see people push their artistic boundaries and see what comes out next, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's been really interesting. But like, look where she is now. Like
Mhm.
these two right here specifically. So
Yeah.
interesting. I feel like we're in art class, Joe.
Yeah.
Doing critique. Are we critiquing?
Yeah.
Eh,
We don't need a critique.
nah.
I've had
But
enough of
that's what
this
it
in
feels
my life.
like.
It really like thickens your skin, being critiqued on a weekly basis. Like,
It does.
what did you do wrong?
Well, and I mean, like it's hard to sit there and especially your like classmates. Classmates can be brutal. You
Yeah.
know, when they're like, "Well, I really like this, but this ruined the whole thing," and you're like,
Mm.
"Son of a man!" I was like trying to
Yeah.
do a thing, and maybe
Yeah.
it didn't.
I had a 3D design professor that would every project you would make, he would say, "Why did you make that decision?" And if you can't say I don't know, you have to have a reason. And if we don't have a reason, he's like, it's just like, nope, nope. You got to have a reason if you're going to do something.
Yeah,
And
it's
that really made
interesting.
me think about like, well, why did I make this decision and why did I make that decision? Kind of like make it more intentional. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
thank
Because I
you.
mean, like there is that. There's both sides to that. Because like kind of like bringing it back to death itself, where it's like um, you have to storyboard a lot of the stuff, like for the photography projects. You have
Mhm.
to storyboard it. So the photography is kind of the free part, but it still has to have some kind of intention behind it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that you have to have that because you can't just be free and create whatever. I don't know, but that's what the whole thing with like dadaism is. You know what I mean? Like that whole movement where it's like art is whatever we say it is. If it's this toilet with
Mhm.
my name on it,
Yeah.
or it's this art that I created and then I got dropped in the all the glass shattered and now it's done. And it's
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
there was no intention behind it getting broken.
Yeah.
So
Like
I don't know.
it's like a combination of things, and it changes from day to day too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's the fun part about art is it we have these movements and we explore different things and I feel like art and writing really explore humanity, like what we're capable of. Like we try to figure ourselves out
Mhm.
using those mediums,
Yeah, definitely.
right? Like what does it mean to be human based off of
Hmm.
how we interpret things?
Yeah, I have a couple of stories that I'm working on that will probably be in not this year's but next year's are kind of like me just like getting out frustrations of how the world is. Like, let's just get really violent and kill some people. Why not?
But you can do it in a story. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And I feel
It's not
like
like I'm like literally like this. I don't like this person. Let's kill this person. It's like I don't like this idea. Let's
kill it
like
and see what happens.
let's let's unleash a werewolf on this idea, basically, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of like I get that because that's kind of what I did in my own story where it was like, well, we're going to break death.
Hmm.
And how do people deal with that? And what does it
Yeah.
look like? You know what I mean? And how do people react? And what does the government do? And what are we eating? And where do people go? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And this story kind of emerges from the what if we take this idea and we just break it.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Interesting.
What other things are rolling around in that head of yours? You're gonna
Yeah.
release werewolves on your bad things on your
Yeah. Well, it's
comic
a
book?
this story is it's an adaptation I did from a guy who's working on like a big, what do I want to say, like a graphic novel, like a hundreds of pages graphic novel, but I wanted to incorporate some of it into my comic, and so I adapted just a little section of it, and it takes place during the Civil War. So it's like a Civil War and also a werewolf, like a lady that
Interesting.
turns into a werewolf, and there's like, yeah, it's just a little snippet, but it was like just like inspired me, so I just like went and did a storyboard of an idea, and I was like, how about we do this? And he's like, oh yeah, let's just go ahead and put that little part out, and then I kind of adapted it a little bit so it could fit and make sense within eight or 9 pages. Yeah,
That'll be fun. I
and
feel like taking a werewolf and just plopping him into like any situation. Like,
uh,
oh, we're in space. Oh, put a werewolf, see what happens.
yeah. The other idea I have that I really want to do is like kind of like Running Man, like people in an arena like fighting for their lives,
Uh-huh.
and it's like you think that you're fighting monsters, but then they take off their glasses and it's just like normal people coming at them, and they're killing these normal people.
Oh no.
But then one guy's like, "Oh no, the normal people are coming," and he keeps shooting them. And then the other guy's like, "Yeah, I know they're normal people." And he's like, "Well, why are you still shooting them?" He's like, "Well, you're still shooting them too." And they just they keep going, like even though they know what they're doing.
That's funny. I had an idea similar to that where I was like, there was an article on the news where there was a dude that was dressed up like a buffalo that was chasing people in Yosemite.
Mhm.
And I was like, but what if we dressed up humans in animal suits and released them onto a game reserve and then the hunters were hunting them? But it's like, did they exactly like do they know that they're human
Yeah,
or
yeah,
not? You know? It's because if they're hunting game and they don't know, do they feel bad when they find out that they're human? If they find out, I'm
yeah,
like, or what if they know they're human in a suit and they're shooting them anyway?
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, the
Yeah.
capacity of humans is what's
Yeah.
interesting.
Uh-huh.
Things that we will do to each other.
Hmm.
And I have a theory about that. I think it all goes back to when was it like humans and Neanderthals? Something where there was like a competing um I don't know what you call it, creature. What?
Yeah, human species.
Yeah, like we were competing for resources. And so I really feel like humans are capable of doing terrible things to other humans because we had to do them to these other humanoid creatures that weren't quite human. You know what I mean? But they were
Yeah,
close enough that we could be like, they're not human, and that's okay to do that. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
what's the other reason why humans can look at each other and be like, that's not a human, and can do terrible things?
yeah. Maybe if the Neanderthals were more violent, they would have been the ones to win. Basically, we were just better at killing them.
Right. Either we overpowered them or because in numbers, or because I thought they were, and I could be wrong, but I thought they were built stronger, like more physically
Yeah, I think they
strong,
were more like stocky. I don't know if they
stocky,
were necessarily.
muscular,
Yeah,
bigger bones, but somehow we outmaneuvered them.
yeah. Maybe we were a little bit smarter or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You never know. Maybe there was some disease that knocked them out that we were not susceptible to because we were slightly different. I don't know, but I really feel like all the terrible things that people can do to each other is because of something like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where we were able to turn off this thing and just be like, they're not one of us.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, exactly. That plane lady, that person is they're not real. They're not real. But I don't know. That's a whole different that's a whole different conspiracy theory. Like, now we're getting into lizard people. That's
Oh
different.
yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that.
Werewolf on the Moon. Let's do it. I really feel like we've unlocked your next anthology for you,
Oh
Joe.
yeah.
Werewolves in space, werewolves in time, werewolves Civil War, werewolves.
Werewolves everywhere.
I've been asked to do a Karen anthology of Karens at some
Okay.
point.
Hmm.
So at some point, I will probably be in your DMs like, how do I run an anthology? Because I'm scared.
Yeah.
Like, I
It's,
don't know what to do.
it's kind of a basically I usually have a couple stories in my back pocket in case people drop out. So,
That's a good point.
so like sometimes I'm like, okay, well, I guess I got to do the story really fast so we have enough stories.
Yeah, but you're an artist and a writer. And it's just like,
Yeah,
I just do the right. I guess I could draw stick figures.
yeah. I don't know.
I don't
Uh,
think people want stick figure horses, but that's just me.
mm, yeah,
So, do
yeah.
you plan to be on any Comic Cons in the near future, Joe, that people can find you?
Let's see. I'll be at Kansas Comic Con in October, actually. So that'll be during the Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And I always go to Planet Comic Con in Kansas City. Those are the main ones I go to.
Gotcha. When's Planet Comic Con?
It's early in the year.
So 2027. Okay.
Yeah, 2027.
Okay. What's that one like? The Planet one? Is it pretty big?
It's big. It's the biggest one I've ever been to. It's like, you get in and you walk for like 5 minutes and you're still going, basically. Yeah.
Do they bring in the celebrities in for that one?
Yeah, they got celebrities in for that one. It's like yeah, I've never been to a bigger one, but it's pretty like big. If you haven't been to a big one before, it's pretty overwhelming. Like just like the amount of good artists there and like just like celebrities and things to see. Yeah.
That's cool. I don't know. There's always um the pros and cons to that. And we've talked about cons before on the show, but it's like the ones with the celebrities, do you find that people are, I guess it depends on the celebrity, where
Hmm.
people are waiting in line and they're spending all their money there? Do you ever get that line like, oh, your stuff's really cool, but I don't have any money left?
Hmm. I think the more big celebrities, the better because
Yeah,
it's just like getting people into the door because people aren't necessarily coming to see me.
right.
If they're there, they'll be like, "Oh, I like that," or "I want to get one of these," kind of thing.
So you
So,
find that people will still buy, because Mark Hamill is a big one, and
mm,
he's like $400 to
mm,
get an autograph. And
yeah,
so I'm always hesitant when there's real big people because I feel like people are going to spend all their money on like Mark Hamill and Dallas Fan Festival in October. They're bringing in all the guys from Lord of the Rings.
oh yeah, yeah. There was a couple of Elijah Woods and a couple of
Andy
other ones.
Serkis,
Yeah,
Vigo Mortensen, like they're all going to be there,
yeah.
and so I
Just
was like, no one's going to have any money for me.
yeah. There was a couple of them at a. I think three of them came to Planet last time, and it seemed to be okay. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel like I just need to do it once to see. But
yeah.
again, those
One,
ones with the big celebrities are also the ones that have like the big table fees. Like, I think
yeah,
Dallas Fan Expo was like $600 for that
yeah.
table.
Planet is about 400 for the smallest
Yeah,
table. So
that's a
and
lot.
something I've heard and I've experienced a little bit is Oklahoma usually isn't very good. Like there's most of the cons aren't very good, like relatively in
Yeah.
Oklahoma for some reason. The biggest one I did in Oklahoma was GalaxyCon one time, which felt big and small at the same time. Like they had some pretty big name celebrities, but the event space was kind of on the small side, and the artist alley was pretty like
Cramped.
limited in size for what,
Yeah.
and the celebrities were like half of the arena was the celebrities. I was like, this is like crazy, and it wasn't super good. So I don't know.
Yeah. There is one con that I do every year in Oklahoma. It's Texoma,
Hmm,
but it's like it's literally like 30 minutes into Oklahoma from Texas.
hmm. Okay.
Maybe,
Where do
maybe
you
it's an
say you
hour.
were on in you're in Texas?
Yeah, so it's in Durant. So it's like it's all the way south Oklahoma where the casino is in Durant.
Okay. Oh,
And I always have a good time there. But that one is organized by a guy who's in indie comics, and so
oh,
majority of the con is like indie people. You know
okay.
what I mean? So they get it. And he'll usually get some celebrities to come in, but um, nobody's super big.
Hmm,
But I always have a good time there. There's a lot of foot traffic because it's right by the casino. And I
hmm.
feel like in Oklahoma, there's like nothing to do.
Okay. Yeah.
They really have like nothing in, I don't know, what's in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I feel like that too. Um,
So they all come out to the con because it's like, ooh, we can go do stuff.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So,
there's a few different cons in Kansas, and some of them I don't know. There's a couple of them that went under. They just weren't maybe mismanaged or something. But
yeah.
I'm trying out Kansas Comic Con is like a touring one, so they have different ones they'll
Yes.
rebrand for every state. So
Yeah.
this is the
Like
first time I'm
Fan
trying
Expo.
that one out. So,
Yeah. That's cool.
but they do have bigger celebrities because the celebrities kind of
Mm-hmm.
go with them a little bit, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I find the bigger celebrities are the ones that go to like the fan expos, like you know what I mean, because it's Fan Expo Denver and Fan Expo Dallas
Mm,
and so they'll go from one to the other. They have kind of I don't know if it's a contract where they just go from one to one.
yeah.
Albuquerque is the most boring city I've ever lived in. No pro sports, nothing but hot air balloon. What temperature is it there today, Pops? I'm just curious.
You have meth though.
That's the funniest. We're gonna have to clip that. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. But you have meth. At least you're not here in Texas, where they just made all forms of weed illegal, including like,
Oh, really?
yeah, they went backwards. So like
Oh,
states are like legalizing and like CBD and stuff like that. We had CBD for a while, but now that's a Schedule 1 felony.
yeah. Oh, random fact.
Really?
I
How did you know that meth runs rampant in Albuquerque? Just
Well, that's
curious.
where Breaking Bad takes place.
I forgot about that. Oh, okay. Con in January. You're gonna go try it out, Pops. That'll be cool.
Oh,
It's supposed to be 105 here today.
oh my
So
goodness. Yeah.
it's like ever been
While
cremated?
we're getting political, random fact. You're going to change your podcast name, but while we're getting political, I actually live in the town where that guy got dragged out of that town meeting for the data center.
No.
You're familiar with that? In Emporia, Kansas, a guy got dragged out of a city council meeting for like politely applauding. That's actually where I live.
No, I'm gonna have to go look that up because I have no idea what that is. He
Yeah.
was politely applauding the
Yeah,
damn.
and they were like no
For?
applause, and then they had the police drag him out because he kept applauding.
Wow.
He wasn't like being like disruptive. He was just like his wife went up to speak, and he was like,
Clapping support for his wife.
yeah, yeah. It was
Death
like
penalty.
it was like a whole national thing. Like the city council started getting death threats from like all over the country, so they canceled the public meetings basically.
Oh, that's been going on. There's actually where I'm at. We're in a little town called Prosper,
Hmm,
and they're talking about putting in a data center not too far away from where I am, and
hmm.
it was on the agenda. They took it off the agenda because everybody is going to show up to the board meeting, right?
Yeah.
So they took it off the agenda. So it's like, does that mean that they're not going to talk about it, or is it just mean they're not going to talk about it in front of us?
Yeah, that's
You know
what
I
the
mean?
second one.
And I trust nobody. You know, like if you read my work, you can see how much I trust the government. So,
Yeah.
county I lived in, Michigan, was meth capital of the world.
Wow.
Walter White moved from Albuquerque to Michigan, apparently. St. Joseph's County. I don't know if I'd want to brag about that. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that would, yeah. There's a lot of people missing teeth in St. Joseph's County. All right, Joe, it's about that time. We're going to wrap it on up. And where would you like people to follow you? Where can they find you? Where can they find your books, etc., etc.? Give them all the deets.
Updates will be on Death Itself Comic, my Instagram, and you can see what we're working on. And Kickstarter always launches in October, and that's on my Warbird Comics, or you can search Death Itself Comic on Kickstarter, and that goes live in October. So,
Ooh. I think I will be live in October as well, so we can always give each other shout outs.
Yeah, sure.
And make sure I can help promote, because Kickstarter is a grind. We all know.
Yeah.
Whether I do not cheer for it, it's just a fact. All right, my friends. Thank you again for watching the show. Thank you, Joe, for coming on and talking to us about your very cool work. I was very impressed and really enjoyed. Yeah, show them off, dude. Here, wait. Beautiful. They look great.
There they are.
I'm gunning for that hardcover someday.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
After issue 5, we're gonna spring for the hardcover.
Gotcha. Well, I got some catching up to do, so
yeah,
I'll see you this October for sure.
Okay, cool.
So next week we're gonna have Carl Bourne on the show. We're gonna talk some White Wolf and another person who puts way too much detail into their art. You guys, you can't wait till you see this one. And that's what we got. So thank you again. Be excellent to each other. Kiss your babies. And we'll see you here next week on the Tuesday Morning Brew. Bye.
Ozzy, what are you doing? Come and have a look at this lovely book that was sent over.
You're wrapping in the burning.
Oh, go on and spit the bat out your mouth. No one can understand you like that.
Say how 5 dentists and all.
Oh, well, that's not much better. Ozzy, why don't you sing to me? I can always understand you when you sing to me.
Fucking my brains. What is this my publisher sent me? Inked in black with art so sweet.
So what do you think? Do you like it?
Oh, Lord, yeah.
It's a place to celebrate heroes that have passed. A place to remember great deeds and past battles. And the place where evil now waits to strike. Galaxy Memorial Park, Volume 2. Crowdfunding on fundmycomic.com.
What is Path of the Pale Rider? Oh yeah, Path of the Pale Rider is a Western apocalypse comic book series where death is broken. We're following a cowboy through the wasteland as he sifts through conspiracy theories trying to figure out what the heck happened. We don't have flesh-craving zombies. We have people whose soul didn't leave when their body died and their mind slowly rots. There's no magic bullet to the brain. There's no escape. You feel pain, you decompose, you lose your humanity. And by the way, this affects people, animals, insects, fish. So do you have like 5,000 questions about how this world works? So does everybody else.
Ooh.